Good afternoon, Los Angeles. It is a beautiful day outside with 25 degrees Celsius weather and a beautiful day for the beach. There was a spotting today of a UFO in Montreal. There has been no proof yet and no pictures, yet we have countless reports of flashing lights in the sky.
Jamie Smith, age of 9, was abducted 2 days ago. It is now an Amber Alert, and he was last spotted at the Montgomery playground. Jamie sported a Spider-Man t-shirt and has brown hair. His parents want him home immediately. If you have any information, please contact the news. More information to come after the break. Can't seem to quit? Are you anxious, moody, or depressed when you don't have your cigarette fix? Well, there is help. Nicotine gum. 8 out of 10 smokers are able to quit right away. Go to your local pharmacy and buy it today.
Breaking news. There was a 7.2 magnitude earthquake that struck eastern Turkey near the city of Van. It was felt also across the neighboring parts of Iran and Armenia. It occurred earlier today, October 23rd, at 13:41 local time. It also happened at a shallow depth of 20 kilometers, which caused a heavy shaking.
We do not have exact numbers, but so far there's been 400 casualties and 2,000 injured. There will be at least 60,000 people left homeless from this earthquake. Now, let's go live to Van, Turkey, where we will talk to Sally Parker, a live news reporter.
Hi, this is Sally Parker, and I'm live in Van right now. We just experienced the earthquake, and there's tons of tragedy around me. I'm here with a local woman. Have you seen any of your family?
No, I don't know where my family is. I need to find my children. I think they're buried by the rubble. Please, help me find my family.
Do you know where anyone is? Have you seen anyone? Are they dead or alive?
I've seen lots and lots of dead people buried on the side of their houses. Oh, such a huge tragedy. I need to find my children.
Oh my gosh, and where's your house? Is it completely destroyed?
Yes, it's completely destroyed. I don't know what I'm going to do. My whole life is ruined.
This is such a tragedy, and I wish I could help in any way I possibly could. How are you going to get food and water and survive?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's what worries me. How am I going to survive?
This is terrible. This is such a tragedy. It's so upsetting. If any of you could contribute in any way...
Yes, please. Help me. Help me and my family.
Let us know. Back to Los Angeles.
Tanisha, thank you for coming in today and joining us. So, please tell us more about this earthquake that happened in Turkey.
Well, to start off, Turkey is particularly vulnerable to earthquakes because it sits on major geological fault lines. Its focal region and much of easternmost Turkey lie towards the southern boundary of the complex zone of the continental collision between the Arabian Plate and the Eurasian Plate. Some of the convergence between the Arabian Plate and the Eurasian Plate takes place along the Bitlis-Zagros Fold and Thrust Belt.
Oh, that's very interesting. Can you please explain this further?
Seismic tectonics of the region near Turkey are controlled by the collision of the Arabian Plate and the Eurasian Plate. At the latitude of this event, the Arabian Plate converges with the Eurasia in a northerly direction at a rate of approximately 24 millimeters per year. Earthquake tectonics are dominated by strike-slip faulting on the east and northern Anatolian fault zones. These large translation fault systems extend across much of central and western Turkey and accommodate the western motion of the Anatolian block as it is being squeezed by the converging Arabian and Eurasian plates. Also, oblique thrust faulting, consistent with the expected tectonics in this region, is happening.
Wow, how devastating. So what other countries are expected to feel this earthquake?
Because of its great immensity and shallow depth, significant ground motions were produced across a large area. Lighter but well-felt ground motions were felt in surrounding countries such as Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Iran, Iraq, Israel, and Syria.
And how many aftershocks should be expected?
Probably around 1,500, above a magnitude of 2, I'd say.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. Anytime.
Good evening. It's been a couple rough hours since the earthquake. We are getting reports in now.
The aftershocks have hit eastern Turkey, demolishing hundreds of buildings and buried many victims under the rubble. Ursus, a town very close to Van, has been hit the hardest by the violent shaking. There were at least 55 destroyed buildings, 45 fatalities, and 156 injuries. Most of the buildings that collapsed were along the city's main road and were residential, causing the death rate to go up. It's in smaller villages closer to the epicenter, many brick buildings were destroyed.
In the city of Van, over 100 people were confirmed dead, and 970 buildings collapsed around the city. More than 200 inmates escaped from the local prison because the prison was partially collapsed, but luckily around 50 were recaptured. The local Van Milan airport was damaged, causing delays and problems for flight traffic.
As late as now, the number of casualties has come to 601, and 2,200 buildings have been demolished in the affected areas.
The government responded with thousands of personnel and rescue teams. Local citizens also joined in the action using their bare hands. Tents, blankets, and sleeping bags have been provided for the homeless since the weather is beginning to get very cold. 3 meals a day are also being provided. Kitchen sets and toilets have been provided as well.
It's very unfortunate because many lives were lost and many people don't know where their families are. Also, many people have lost their houses and everything they own because of the earthquake.
Please stay tuned for more information.
Ian, la gente está muy loca. We love Geo. Okay.
Dead people lying, buried under their houses, but I haven't seen any of my family members. I'm really worried.
I couldn't believe what I was leaving, so I called my friend Johnny, and I said to him,
Something about Anatolian plate or something?
Yeah, I have that.
Okay, good, because that seems like kind of important.
Okay.
So I just,
What?
sorry, I'm really hungry.
I'm hungry too. I'm hungry too.
Next question.
Can you wait a second?
I'm just planning for the future.
My butt.
Carmel, I'm gonna kill you.
Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Iran, Iraq, Israel, and Syria.
Get it done. Just say it all at once.
She wants to kill me.